Hello. 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 Hi. Okay, good. Good enthusiasm, everybody. It's good. If I were you, I would just clap more vigorously to warm yourselves up. Yeah. There we go. Boy, oh boy, what a time to be alive, huh? What a time to be alive. So, we had two audience members who were sitting there, and I even talked to them before we started, and now they're gone. And I don't know which one of you did it, but I do not appreciate it. And now we will all suffer for it. Also, a lot of the list has, I guess they discovered in the past 15 minutes that it's cold out, so they will not be coming. However, we are here. And I feel like we have to say this because it's Trump's America, we are queer. And we apologize for it. And we wish that Biden gave us a pardon before he left so that we could be queer without worrying about it. All right. You all know the rules. You all know this. Well, this man doesn't. By the way, Abedin, you just got bumped to very last because I cannot let your friend leave. I need him to be here, and Abedin's buying all your drinks. He says, go for it. And do you guys know each other from work? You personal friends?
From work, and then we became good friends.
Okay, but you don't have to go to work tomorrow, Abedin says. So just drink, enjoy yourselves, eat food that'll give you indigestion all night. I mean, just really live it up. All right, well, I think, I did not expect this, guys, because I've been reliably informed we have now entered America's golden age. Gold, as we all know, is very soft metal, which is why we have to turn the temperature down outside. Don't want America to get all mushy on us on day 2. I did not think the golden age would be frozen, I guess is what I'm getting at. By the way, it's weird. I thought we might be more chill this time, and I realized we're not. We're not going to be more chill this time. I moved away last time Trump got elected, and that worked out all right for me. This time I'm going to try and rough it out and see what happens. But I will warn you, the first time someone sets the city on fire, I'm not coming in. Are we good? Look at a Will on this one. Will, we good? Will is Antifa, just in case you guys didn't know. Just kidding. The normal Antifa folks at this bar are not here because they can't afford heating and drinks. All right, what else have I got? This show is cursed. We didn't have a New Year's Eve show because, fuck that. Then the city's water blew up, and so the bar would not open. I don't know. I didn't see anything on the news about the capital of the state of Virginia's water being completely kaput. Like, at all. Just because California caught on fire at the same time, they didn't cover the fact that we also had no water available to us? That's a real West Coast bias, Ben Pierce. For the millions on YouTube, Ben Pierce is from California. All right. Also, Chris is our new bartender downstairs. Chris will be here for go ahead. You're good. All on Abedin, remember. It's all on Abedin. Chris will be our new bartender for a while. Bridget is away for a bit because Bridget, this is true, lifelong dream, got into firefighting school. Yeah, that is awesome, right? I don't know if it's like a good or a bad time to suddenly get into firefighting school, though. This is either like a thing where there's way too many expectations on you, or you're just going to glide right through. I don't know what they expect. All right, this is good, guys. Can't believe I didn't do this for a month. I don't know if you guys saw. I was a little freaked out. I don't know if you guys saw Joe Biden's farewell address. Joe Biden's farewell address was a great speech. Really prescient, talked about a lot of stuff going on in this country, things we got to worry about. He said he fears that this country is becoming an oligarchy. Sorry, I forgot this is Home Sweet Home. He fears that this country is being ruled by rich people with money. I can't believe that started. When did rich people suddenly control what happens in the government? Oh, what a horrible change that happened during your administration, I guess. Because that was not the message going in. All right. But seriously, we got to get rich people out of government. Except for Jeff Bezos' girlfriend. Well, we'll get to that. Yesterday, all the J6 hostages were freed. I don't want to call them the J6 hostages, but that's the law. All the J6 hostages were freed until about 9 p.m. Then everyone at the jail was like, you got to come back tomorrow. I know technically they've been released by the president, but, union rules. We got to get home. It's we don't have overtime scheduled. People are upset about that. They say it's a travesty of justice, which is a little odd because Joe Biden also, on his way out the door, pardoned everyone on death row. Well, he commuted their death row sentences, except for 3 people, which is really weird to me because it's like, hey, I don't believe in the death penalty except for you and you and you. That's also a weird system too, because here's the thing about death row: no one ever gets put to death. So everyone on death row is now just stuck in prison for life, as are the 3 guys who are still on death row. Except every 6 months they got to go to a hearing and be like, "Please don't kill me." It's a weird thing that they're now stuck with. It's like, you guys are so bad that you have to leave jail sometimes. That's what I got on J6. Did you guys watch any of the inauguration? I felt like I had to turn it on for my kids, It's like so Tommy could be a dad and teach him stuff, I'm like, hey, look at this. This matters. This is true. When I was a kid, my mother made me sit down and watch, I don't know, they gave Hong Kong back or Bombay or something. I don't know, maybe the rename. I'm just playing to the, I don't know what happened, but anyways, the point is, I made my kids watch it, and my son is like he loves blondes and brunettes and redheads and girls with. My son's cool, Anyways, if you guys didn't watch the inauguration, it was wild. I walked away from it thinking one thing though, the Secret Service really needs to be on their game for the next 4 years, because Melania Trump is one facial scarring incident away from knocking over the First Gotham National Bank. She was dressed like Two-Face, everybody. All right. I guess when no one said they watched the inauguration, I should have expected the visual joke not to work. That's on me, but I'm really killing time hoping James Copeland shows up. There's a controversy going on because Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez, was sitting right there prominently, right behind Trump as he put his hand on the Bible with her corset showing. She just had a white sports jacket on and lingerie, totally visible. So, there's a certain population of online commentators who are going on about that nonstop. And I think that controversy is really cool. I love any news story that lets me ogle a model's tits while being informed. I hope this stays in the news forever. I hope this becomes a real story that we can't stop talking about. I don't care. Elon Musk, do whatever you want to do with your arms, but just don't put her tits away. Just imagine if it weren't so cold that she might not have worn a jacket at all. Which that would have been cool. That would have been a cool thing to show my son. All right, what else did I write down? Oh yeah! Trump signed an executive order yesterday. It's now official. There's only 2 genders. Trans people are illegal. Federally. Just like weed is illegal federally. So that's good. Next time we get a Democrat governor of Virginia, maybe we'll get medical trans. Or if you're really desperate, you can drive up to DC and get, free trans as a gift. Just saying there's options out there, guys. Well, actually there's less options now. There's only 2 options. There's man or woman. It's the law. All right. Interesting to note which comics are not here tonight. Probably all hiding from the police. All right. I don't have much left here. I was only going to do these 2 jokes because we had audience members who have never seen me before. But I'll do them anyways. The other day I was at work. I had to do a Zoom meeting because we had this new employee, right? And they do a Zoom meeting because they want to introduce you to the new employee. And we do the Zoom call. And I say, Jacob, turn your camera on. We got no idea what you look like. And I said, I don't do that. He said, come on, we want to know. And I said, I don't do that. As an African-American man, I don't want to face discrimination based on my appearances. And just that might open me up to it. There was a short pause, and he said, but you're not black. I said, well, you don't know that. You don't know what I look like. Unless you're saying I don't sound black enough. Well, shit. Don't play that. All right, that's that joke. Still trying to figure out how to dismount at the end of that one without making it racist. That's the key. That's the trick to that joke. All right. I'm not going to do it. Hey, did James Copeland show up yet? No one knows. He's a weirdo in a hoodie that hangs out in the corner. He could have been here for the past 40 minutes and I just walked past him 3 times. All right. So your next comic on the list. You guys are going to love your next comic. I hope. Although, just know, I'd be judging you if you love him too much because you gave me fuck all. Your next comic on the list, wow, what a surprise for him. He was originally in one of our floating cannonball spots, but because I just saw him walk up the stairs, everybody put your hands together for the lovely, the talented, the magnanimous Blake Carlson.
Wow.
Go wherever you want.
Damn. Let a guy hang his hat next time. I don't even have my coat off. Shit. Hey guys. My name's Blake. I came to a realization the other day, and it's just that I could never, ever be a drag queen. And it's not because I'm homophobic. I'm just not a fun person. It's true. Like, I can lip sync and dance and put an outfit together, but I'm gonna be lip syncing Bob Dylan, and it's gonna be this outfit. You know, as far as the dancing goes, I don't think my hips know they're attached to a live person, so that's where we're at. My notebook's in my bag. Let's see. So today, I went on a walk during work, and I saw this guy. Sorry. I saw this guy. He's wearing a bandana around his mouth and his nose, and he was standing next to a shattered passenger seat window. Now, I think he was trying to steal that car. And what was interesting, what kind of threw me off about the whole situation, is that he had a broom and a dustpan. Which, the more I thought about it, kind of made sense, to sweep up the glass. Like, that's a diligent car thief, Now, here I was thinking carjacking was cool. But these guys are on their hands and knees like Cinderella. Like, I gotta get all this glass, or it's back to bikes for me. Let's see. My notebook is still in my bag. I'm trying to wing it. Not for me.
Put some hot sauce on it.
What?
Put some hot sauce on it.
Put some hot sauce on that wing.
Yeah.
You know me, Scotty. You know me too well. You like them buffalo? You like them spicy? What do you like?
Fried.
Fried. Yeah, me too. Me too. With a little ketchup on there. And and then you dip the bones back in the ketchup and you lick the ketchup off the bone. My grandma used to make that. Let's see. So, whatever. I saw Wolfman. It was fine. I got a credit card recently. It was kind of a big financial step for me last week. I got a credit card because I'm always going to stores or places, and the cashier's always trying to push, the business's credit card. I finally caved. I got a Chuck E. Cheese credit card, and it's pretty exciting. It's purple. It's got the mouse on there. He's fun. He's cute. And the better I do at skee ball, the more airline miles I get. So that's a plus. I'm a drug guy, not like heavy, hard stuff. I smoke a little bit of weed. The other day, I made the horrible decision of taking an edible and putting on a Chernobyl documentary. That was, pretty catastrophic. The edible started to kick in, my body started to tingle, and I thought I was getting irradiated, so that was fun. I threw it all up just to be safe. But every once in a while, when I'm in the mood for a psychedelic, I'll do mushrooms, And my last mushroom trip was about a year ago now. And I'm not the kind of guy, not the kind of like stoner who takes LSD, man, and puts on Yellow Submarine. I put on Good Will Hunting because I'm a thinking man, And it was cool. It's one of my favorite movies. And normally I can get into the emotional swing a bit, but in this case, Matt Damon, he's like crying, and he's like coming to grips with all the abuse and torture his dad put him through in his childhood, and I can't stop laughing because Robin Williams' eyes have gotten so big, I thought the corners of his mouth were gonna pop them. And that just put me in a giddy mood. Anyone here know what bird theory is in terms of like relationships? Anyone heard of like bird theory? Okay, thank you, Sam. He knows. He fucks. So it's this relationship psychologist came up with bird theory, and the gist of it is like if you're with your partner and you point out like a bird, that you think is pretty, something worthy of them looking at, a good partner will also look at that bird. So I was in the car with my girlfriend. We were driving down the highway, and we passed by a pack of vultures eating a dead deer, and I go, "Hey, look, a pack of vultures eating a dead deer." And she didn't look up. She continued looking at her phone. But I am a believer in second chances. So I found the first available U-turn, and then I did a full 360. We came back around. She was still on her phone. I learned this time. I go, "Hey, babe, look, birds." She looks up. She's like, "No!" And I was like, "You have to look, or you're a bad partner." Let's see. So I would be a bad drag queen. What I really want to be is a script doctor. And for those of you that don't know, a script doctor is someone who, they'll take a script, they'll read it, and they'll write and make it better. I want to be a script doctor solely for the purpose of having that title and then just like being, out in public and someone's like, "Is there a doctor?" And I can be like, "That's a little cliche. How about help?" I'll leave you guys with this one. So that was a pretty good one to end on. Never mind. So I do have a girlfriend, and I finally graduated from a missionary position. It took a while, a lot of practice. It took 4 years, much like a regular degree. I graduated to what I like to call a visionary position. It's very similar. I'm still on top, and she's dressed like Benjamin Franklin. It's electrifying. My name is Blake Carlson. Give it up for Jacob McFadden. Goodbye.
Blake Carlson, everybody. Blake Carlson looks like if Kurt Cobain was selling Molly at a Daft Punk concert. I was trying to do something that maybe you guys would know. Nothing? Are you a big Daft Punk fan? What? Either of you, go for it, yeah. I have to be honest, I forgot your name even though we met before the show. What's it?
You can call me AK.
AK! My man AK, we go way back. AK, you a big Daft Punk fan? Yeah! Alright, that's just a private joke between me and AK, who are close, personal, he's the godfather of my child, actually. I know no one said they watched the inauguration, but I thought of something during Blake's set. They had, for the final benediction, they had 3 separate pastors go up, because they don't know the definition of the word final. They had 3 guys go up to give 3 final benedictions, and the middle guy was a young black pastor, and he goes up in the middle of his speech, he calls the Rocky Mountains curvaceous. It's like, and our curvaceous Rocky Mountains. It's like, curvaceous? I thought I was a patriot, but goddamn, this dude's fucking horny for America. This dude looks at the sun coming over the mountains, he's like, I want to fuck the shit out of those. It doesn't work though. I tried on my wife later that night. I saw her standing in the kitchen, she's like, damn, you got that mountainous ass, bitch. And she didn't think it was nice at all. And I said, it's a golden age! All right, following that, your next comic is curvaceous. He's got mountainous personality. Doesn't know how to show up on time, but he's here now. Everybody, put your hands together for the least weird guy in the room. It's James Copeland. Charlie Ware said you were weird before the show started.
It sounds like Charlie. And guys, I also hate that I'm progressively looking more like Jacob. It was not in my plan for the year, all right? I think I need to stop going to as many alt-right rallies with him. It's rubbing off.
You're free now, baby.
Yeah, hallelujah, free at last. Guys, the snow outside is reminding me of 2 weeks ago. Am I right, folks?
Yeah.
The water crisis. Swear we got a new mayor for 5 days. Already he's taking us back. We have the fuck it, I can't do that one.
Too soon.
Fuck me. Okay. Guys, why does Winnie the Pooh go by Pooh? Shouldn't he go by Winnie? Like if my name were James the Shit Pile, I'd be pretty pissed off if people didn't call me James. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just some thoughts for Christopher Robin Sr. or whatever his name was that wrote that. Guys, I'm not super accomplished. Like I didn't get my 2024 goals accomplished, but I think I am more accomplished than the kind of people that frame and hang up a jigsaw puzzle. I've been told that Grace does that.
I hate that joke.
So I'm sorry that you are lame, Grace.
I can't do puzzles. Sorry, you have spatial awareness.
I wrote that while doing a puzzle. It was hard. It's hard. All right, me and Grace will fight it out in the parking lot later. Guys, I've been watching some doctor porn lately. And I've noticed they always know the solution right away. It's like a woman goes in, she's like, "Oh, my butt hurts," and the doctor's like, "Well, I better have sex with it," and then she feels great afterwards every time. Or she's like, "Oh, my throat is sore," and he's like, "Why don't I have sex with it?" And once again, miracle cure. But just one time I want to see him go in, and the woman's like, "Oh, my pussy feels funny." And he's like, "Oh, I know how to fix this one." And he just pops an abscess right in there. Just sprays out. And she's like, "Wow, I actually do feel a lot better." Yeah, that movie is called Dr. Pimple a Topper. Well, let me know if you can think of anything better for that. I was Googling what rhymes with popper for a half hour before I got that one, okay? Last night I heard a guy say that he was 39, he was about to be middle-aged. I just really hope that guy does not Google the male lifespan. He's about to have a retroactive midlife crisis, hard. Similarly, I have a friend, she's a 30-year-old woman. She was like, "Oh, I just got over a quarter-life crisis." Again, it's like either she doesn't know how long people live, or I just never noticed she was a Galapagos tortoise. That's for the Darwinians in the house. Thank you. Guys, the other day I saw a homeless guy putting a lit cigarette into a mailbox. I ran up to him, I was like, "Wait a minute, you need a stamp on that." I don't think he even put a return of address on there, to be honest. What is he thinking, guys? I've heard a lot of people making baby oil jokes lately, and it made me realize I don't know what baby oil is for. Like, why would you want them to be slippery? Like, aren't they pretty hard to, like, they're always trying to get away from you, you know? I would if I had a baby, I would cover it in, like, Velcro or something, you know? Anyway, if somebody could look up what baby oil is for, put like, the minus ditty there so clear out the results. Guys, these days, you have to be, "Hello, sir." I was like, damn, this guy's a Diddy defender hard. Am I gonna fight this guy over baby oil? No. That's a no, folks. He's still neutral on Diddy. He does not defend it. Guys, these days you got to be careful who you compliment. The other day at work, I walked up to a woman. I was like, "Stacy, you look great. Have you lost weight? Have you been working out?" She had to remind me that I helped pay for the abortion. Don't worry, I wasn't the father. I just really love abortion. Thanks, guys. I'm James.
James Copeland, everybody. Thinks that he and I look the same because we have beards and a hat. I want to rag on him, but that's actually the same way I see different Chinese people. Just so we all know, the bathroom laughed. By the way, to answer James' question, the point of baby oil is after babies are born, instead of shitting, they produce a thing called meconium, which is a thick black tar-like substance, which is umbilical fluid digested. And you use baby oil because it's literally the only thing that separates it from the skin. And then, when you have your next baby, you have 19/20ths of a bottle of baby oil left over. And then one day you die and they bury it with you. I assume. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm hoping, because that was $7.99 in a hurry. All right. Hey, this might be my new theme for tonight since no one did it. I know you guys didn't watch the inauguration. But you can look this up too. I thought one of the weirdest parts of the inauguration to me is, as soon as Trump is done swearing in on the Bible and he's officially the president, they cut to the Marines doing a 21-gun salute. But for the 21-gun salute, they're using artillery cannons outside on the lawn. So they have Trump sworn in, and then it's a shot of Marines firing cannons at the Capitol building. Which, I thought was cool. We're taking the country back, guys. All right, now that everyone's finished moving around, hello, welcome, hi, I'm Patriot. Your next comic, you might recognize him from earlier in the show when he stole all of our water to go fight his precious fires in Los Angeles County, where he is from. Your next comic is the reason that you all had to take dirt baths for a week. It's why we didn't have a show 2 weeks ago. And on top of all that, he also kicks dogs. Put your hands together for Ben Pierce. Put your hands together for a man who's finna do it. Is that it? Finna it? Yeah, no cap, guys. This guy is straight skibbity no Ohio Mew. Yeah, thanks. AK, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, you know what I mean. It's skibbity, man. Right? Come on. We call AK the Rizzler at work. All right, everyone, put your hands together for Pat Logan. Show that Hopewell pride.
I just want to clear a few things up. I've never talked to Ben Pierce in my life. All right. Thought that would, and I don't have to look up Lauren Sanchez's tits because Jacob sent me the picture. I live in Hopewell. Our water did not go bad. I mean, it's been bad, but it didn't go bad. And I had multiple people from Richmond come over to my place to get a shower after 3 days of no shower. And I'm going to be honest, y'all smell the same. Y'all didn't even notice the difference. I can't believe I retained my semen for this. I have to pause and pretend there's a laugh so this won't be 5 minutes. Silver, cut this shit, man. I'm just kidding. Do it, please. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I think you have to be warm to be funny. My mom turned my old bedroom to the playroom. I'm like, who you kidding, Mom? It's always been the playroom. My mom wants grandkids. Oh, she gives me subtle hints. Told her I was going on a date. She's like, don't pull out. I'm like, Mom, Jacob can't get pregnant. I like meeting women on dating apps because they give you permission to lie. For instance, I brought a date around my family, and at the end of the night, she said, don't ever tell anyone that we met on a dating app again. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? She's like, I don't know, make something up, lie. I'm like, okay, I will. I love you. I can't believe I shaved my pubes for this.
Clean it up.
Maybe I should do like Ben Pierce and start doing crowd work with comics. Just kidding. I did go to Chicago with a lady friend, and she said so I got all the meals and she got all the lifts, and she made a joke. She's like, what if I put in a lift to a gay bar instead of the open mic? What would you do? I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Big Scotty. I had to look to see who was laughing. Hell yeah. I think she was also racist. All right, you got to turn this off, Silver, for real. Delete this shit. I think my friend is also racist because when the lift were coming, I was like, what color are we looking for? And she's like, black. I'm like, what color's the car? Oh, blue. She got cut in a, she went in the bathroom in a sketchy bar and got cut. She got a cut on like a piece of metal. And when she came out, she's like, am I going to have to get a Tetris shot? I'm like, no, silly. You got to get a Candy Crush shot. She's like, oh, I meant tinnitus. I'm like, where'd you get cut? Your ear? I think everyone here, ears are bleeding right now. Anyways, this is how you power through, guys. In Chicago, it's known for deep dish pizza, but nobody likes deep dish pizza. They like the thin crust. Yeah. That's like living in Florida and not liking the beach. That's like living in the capital of the Confederacy and not liking racism. Get it together, guys. I like trying out new racist stuff when I'm already bombing. So y'all tell me if this is racist. They say black don't crack. It's the cocoa butter, let's be honest. Scotty says it's shea butter. Shea butter. It's... Am I being detained, officer? I didn't know. I'm flattered, Emily. Emily's stalking my Facebook. No, but that wasn't the racist part. All right. White people, we only use lotion for two things: tattoos and jacking off. But when I was a kid, I didn't know that black people actually got ashy. I just thought they were always battering something.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, my name's Ben Pierce. Thanks for having me. Silver, really delete this tonight. Thank you. I mean it. Thank you.
I like that last joke because most soul food is fried. It just sort of made sense. I am from Florida. I love the beach. Just go to the beach all the time right there in the Gulf of America. If you didn't know it's called that, that's something you missed when you didn't watch the inauguration yesterday. By the way, it's so cold in Florida that the governor, Ron DeSantis, declared a state of emergency, and in the state of emergency, he calls it the Gulf of America. So that's official now, guys. This is true. I grew up in Florida, and one time it was 54 degrees, and they canceled school. They said it's too cold. It's 54. In fairness, no one owns pants in Florida. It's fucking ridiculous to wear jeans without cutting the legs off in Florida. How would your testicles hang out if you do that? All right. Your next comic. I totally forgot. Oh no, your next comic. Your next comic. If this guy doesn't use lotion, he looks like he's battering something. Your next comic, he loves racist jokes. And more than anything else, he loves doing crowd work with audience members. And unfortunately, there's none here tonight. Your next comic, here he comes to talk to you all one-on-one. It's my man, Scotty Moore.
Yeah. When I get ashy, I identify as biracial. I had a question asked of me yesterday, what the FBI would shoot me for, pretending to be white. That's my racist joke. I thought that was gonna land. Fuck y'all. Is that snow or is that crack outside? Or is it salt?
If it were crack, this room would be a lot more fun.
It'll be a lot more warmer too.
It's beer batter.
It's beer batter. Please forgive me for wearing a sweatsuit without a dick print. That means cut the heat on, please. Cut that bitch on.
This building doesn't have heat.
I can tell.
Really not?
No, it really does not.
I can see my breath and I can smell yours. It's that bad in here. It's that bad in this bitch. Yeah, we're gonna work on some new jokes, y'all. I don't think you will either. So back in 2020, I was thinking about, getting a job that was safe, less hostile, and made me some more money. So I quit working in the pharmacy and got hired in corrections. It was a good choice. Okay, I thought I was gonna go somewhere too. Fuck y'all. Okay. I realized working in corrections, I was very excited I was gonna be a CO. But I quickly learned that the shit that you see on TV is not what happens in real life. The COs do not run that jail. The inmates do. Okay. I thought that was gonna work too. Thank you for the empathy laugh. I appreciate it. Make sure you cut that off. No, I'm just playing. No, seriously, working in the jail. Now think about it, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like the hiring process was a setup. Cause they had me actually believing that I was gonna be somebody. Like I was dedicated to becoming a CO. I shaved my beard and everything. I just had a mustache. I look like Major Payne with 150 pounds added. Okay. But the thing about working in jails, I do have a lot of stories. I dealt with a lot of crazy inmates. I had this one inmate who was in my pod crying, claiming that he missed his wife. And I asked him, I was like, yo, aren't you gonna see her pretty soon? And he was like, no, because I killed somebody, I got life. I said, well, damn, buddy, I'm sorry to hear that. I said, but if you don't mind me asking, like, since you already admitted it. I said, who did you kill? He said, my wife. It was funny to somebody, fuck y'all. Yeah. I love racism. Especially when you go back 250 years. Where probably most of you would have owned me. Y'all would have hated me though. You would have owned me? You look like it. You look like you would have owned me really good.
I'm sorry.
What kind of nigga would I have been? I want you to answer this question. What kind of nigga would I have been?
I wasn't around. It was this guy. He was running things.
You look racist too. Shut up.
That's completely different.
I believe you. You're like a Trump supporter. Leave me alone. I got a question. What kind of nigga would I have been to you?
We could have moved up north together.
No, that ain't the question I asked you. That ain't the question that ain't the question I asked you. I want to see if you're gonna answer it.
No, I'm not gonna answer.
Damn, you cut me off early.
No, I haven't.
Okay. That's a line. That's how you know you bombing. When time goes by fast. Shit went by fast as fuck. Give it up for my boy Charlie. Yeah, give it up for Charlie. Yeah. He has a black girlfriend. I see you, buddy. Yeah. That's the best I could do for you, buddy. He said, tell some racist jokes. That was the best I could do. I wish I had blue eyes. I don't know why. My name is Scotty Moore. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, what used to be TikTok, in church. Thank you guys so much. And stop chewing on this mic. God bless.
Scotty Moore, everybody. The blue-eyed Scotty Moore. All right, so I've had 3 separate comics now come up to me and go, what's happening, man? What's up with this room? And my answer to all of them has been the same. You, dickhead. You fucking laugh, and then there will be laughs in the room. If you sit there with a fucking puss on and don't give anyone anything, guess what? The room's gonna suck. That's just how it works when you're the entire audience. Anyways, your next comic is very funny, and he's going to get laughs because he actually gets booked on stuff and brings people with him, so people give him laughs. That's true. Charlie, remember, I've been your friend for a long time, and these are all dick climbers. And we have a good time in the car together, you and me. But anyways, you guys are dick climbers. Your next comic coming to the stage has a black girlfriend, and there's nothing funny about that, Scotty. Nothing funny about that at all. It's totally cool. Ted Danson did it. Scott Baio did it. Charlie did it. It's all cool. Anyways, put your hands together for Big Chuck.
Yeah.
Clap for him or you'll never be on a Basic City showcase.
All right, yeah, that was a fun intro. All right, okay, this is a good, I'm looking around, this is a good crowd. Some people who know my joke. Okay, AK. Like AK-47? Kind of, but looking at you, you're more like AK-68. He's an old man. That's older than 47. All right, come on. Okay, I've been thinking, is anyone here getting older? Yeah. A lot of people. Anyone getting younger? Nobody. You raise your hand both times, Scotty. You're in equilibrium. I'm getting older. I'm starting to think, I'm like 32. I'm like, maybe I need to have kids soon, just because, I'm like 32. I'm worried my eggs are going to dry up. I just found out recently that the boys don't make the eggs. I saw Look Who's Talking. I thought the sperm, I thought they were eggs. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I made a list of like pros and cons of having kids, right? Like cons of having kids, they're expensive, they're loud, they like to shit everywhere, right? Those are cons. The only pro I could think of having kids is like doing experiments on them. I don't know. This. I'm trying to be more of a relatable comic. People told me my comedy's too weird, so I'm trying to be relatable. I want to do experiments on kids. Man, I don't know. I feel like I can't be allowed. Like anyone else here, I can't be the only one who wants to like lock a kid in a room with no windows and never talk to them and leave them in there for 10 years and figure out what language they speak. I can't be what if it was Japanese? I don't know. They came out 10 years later. They speak Japanese. Like, you don't know till you try it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a Neil deGrasse Tyson fan, so what can I say? I've been writing his podcast. So I was like, please discuss children experiments. I don't know. Please, Neil. No, okay, I'll do this one. I hate. This is a pet peeve of mine. I hate it when people ask you. Don't you hate it when someone goes, hey, can you do a favor for me? But they don't tell you what the favor is. That's fucked up. Come on. Someone asks you to do a favor. They want you to say yes, and then no matter what the favor is, you have to do it. That's fucked up, right? Because like a favor could be a lot of things, right? A favor could be something like passing the salt, right? That's a favor. Another favor could be like, hey, could you help me hide a dead body, right? You already said yes to the favor, now you have to do it. That's messed up, right? Like, because quite frankly, I'm not, one of those favors I'm not doing, okay? I'm not passing you the salt. You have high blood pressure. You don't need the sodium. Okay. So watching the show The Bear. I don't know about you guys know about the show The Bear. I'm watching the show The Bear. They're cooking. They're in the kitchen. They're cooking. They're in the kitchen. I'm watching. They're cooking. They're in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, when do the fat hairy guys suck each other off? My son wrote that joke. After he was locked in a room, I don't know. He somehow had access to The Bear. I don't know. I've actually never seen that show, so maybe that does happen in the show. I'm not watching it. I don't like chefs. Stop making them be cool, okay? I'm tired of chef media. That movie, The Menu, came out. You remember that shitty movie? It's like, what if there was an evil chef? I'm not going. Unless he works at McDonald's, I will never see him. Fuck you. What else? Oh yeah, I've always, I don't know, I always felt like, my dad was like a very masculine guy, so I always kind of felt like a pussy, right? Like my dad was in the army. I was always trying to figure out ways I was more masculine than my dad, because like even now, like, you know, my dad's taller than me. At a certain point, I got to a certain age and I realized that like my feet were bigger than my dad's. And I was so excited. I was like, I had the biggest feet in my family. I was so excited to finally have like the most masculine trait in the family. So I went up to my dad. I was like, Dad, I have bigger feet than you. You have small girls' feet. I win, finally. Ha ha. And my dad was like, you know what they say about small feet, don't you? And I was like, what? He's like, things don't grow well in the shade. So that's a real thing my dad said. If you didn't pick up on that, my dad basically said, I have a huge cock. It's making my feet small. Your tiny cock has made your feet huge. Which is frustrating because it's like, my dad has seen my cock, but he saw it when I was a baby. It's grown since then, but what am I going to do? Like whip it out? And I've never seen his because he's like a good dad. Like if you have a good dad, you've never seen their cock. But he's seen mine. I haven't seen his. It's unfair. I'm just saying it's unfair. I need a punchline for that, but you get it. It's relatable. All right, now let's bring your host back up here, Jacob McFadden. He looks like a frog came to life. He's a little toad man. Give it up.
I don't care for that. Emilie Erbland said he's right. I have to pretend to be Emily on Saturday. I'm going to be a little toad version of you, I guess. Be a little toad version of you with my midriff showing. That's how I see you. As a toad with the midriff showing. Well, that went off the rails. That's not how I expected that to go at all. I expected it to be a much smoother transition. That was Charlie. Charlie, who's never seen his dad's penis, I guess. He says it's a good thing. I think to myself, his dad seems pretty uptight. Never had just a Saturday hanging out on the couch watching wrestling? All right, I've suddenly revealed more about myself than I meant to. How to get out of this one? I was downstairs. I used the bathroom downstairs. I realized why so many people are coming up here. The bathroom downstairs, the floor is just covered in piss. Which is a weird move, because there's like 6 dudes downstairs. So you could pretty easily figure out which one of those dudes just pissed all over the floor. Because it has to be one of the dudes, right? If it were a girl, that'd be fucking crazy. Can you imagine that? She's just doing a crab walk and pissing all over the floor, back and forth, spraying everywhere. I am imagining that. That's pretty cool. It's scary, but it's cool. All right. Anyways, now we all forgot that I've seen my dad's penis. Mainstream could cut a cigarette butt in half, I'll tell you that. Your next comic. Hey! Sometimes you have to use urinal in a bar and you're not tall enough to reach it. And he's drunk. Your next comic, coming to the stage. What can I tell you about your next comic? Nothing, honestly. Because your next comic is from the comedy class. This is their first time doing it at a regular open mic? Yes? And you have picked a great night to do it at an open mic. Really, I tell everybody, the secret is if you could do this and then come back and do it again, you're mentally damaged, and that means you're good for this. Everybody put your hands together for Lindsay Morris. And this is her first time, so actually pay attention, goddammit.
So we learned this in class, really firm handshake, and I take it out, and then I move this away, I think.
Yeah.
That way you're not staring at this, you're staring at my phone. Okay. So it's not my first time on stage. I typically do writing, and I've only taken, this is my second class of comedy, so we've only done prepositions so far. And, you know, just treat me like you would a student driver, you know? And I'll come back to that one. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm new to Richmond. I'm learning a lot. There's a lot of incredible history here. I'm learning about Thomas Jefferson, Pocahontas. Like the other day I learned that you're not supposed to put soap in your vagina. Did everyone else? They didn't put it in a single history book, and I could have used the help. I'm recently sober. That's really exciting. Yeah. I feel weird about telling people that because I feel like it's a little bit like stolen valor. Like, I love the clapping, and it feels amazing when kids come up to me on the street like, I want to be like you one day. But really, I just stopped drinking because I got incredibly poor. And I noticed that makes people a little uncomfortable. Don't worry, I've got a great transition for that. So my mother says I have my grandmother's tits. Yep, okay. And I think about it a lot. And I feel weird about it because sometimes it'll just pop into my head and then I just think like, I miss you, Grandma, during sex. And she wasn't even my favorite grandma, so I feel weird about getting those tits. Okay. I think I'm getting worse at sex. This is like real. This is just an honest thing that I've realized because I feel like when I was younger, I had incredible enthusiasm. Like I used to say, I think what makes a great blowjob is just enthusiasm. As long as I'm happy to be there, we're all having a good time. But then at a certain point, enthusiasm is supposed to give way to skill. And I feel like when you get older, you lose those skills. So I've lost enthusiasm and I've lost skill, so I've been trying to outsource my problem. Like I went to the Hustler down the street. I'm new. Have you guys been there? Yeah. Yeah, of course, everyone. And I tried to get my boyfriend interested in fleshlights. Does everyone know what a fleshlight is? I was told to provide context in case nobody knows. But I feel like in a room of these particular comics, everyone knows what a fleshlight is. Yeah, so I asked her to like demonstrate, I picked them out, and I thought they looked great. I was willing to spend any amount of money, and my boyfriend pulls me aside, he's like, Lindsay, I love you. Like, whatever, nothing could compare to your vagina. Like, you're perfect the way you are. And I was like, fuck, really? Like, this one is better, I promise. I don't want to do this anymore. I also really hated the last comic who's like, fuck, I'm old, I'm 32. I'm 37, and when I hear that, I know all my eggs are dried up. If they're anywhere, they're in that guy right there. So yeah, what else can I say? I would like to end on the very first joke that I ever wrote. It went something like, let's see, I feel like in my last relationship, my vagina died. I had a funeral and nobody came. And that's me. Thanks for coming.
Lindsay Morris, everybody. Keep on with Lindsay Morris. Who did a great job, by the way. If this were not tonight, that would have done a lot better. For Lindsay Morris. What did I write down? Oh, by the way, you're recently sober. That's cool that you picked up a hobby that only happens in dive bars and places with a 2-drink minimum. That's a smart move. I never liked the fleshlight. I've never used one. I just don't like the name because there's no light in it, right? I already know it's a fake pussy. Like, there's no lights in those either, so I don't get it in the first place. But also, I thought it would be cool if there was like a powerful light in it. So, like, as you're using it, you can watch your own cum rising up the stem. Like, oh, I'm about to come. Look, like you put an egg on an incubator. You can say, oh, look, there's a little duckling in there. And now the duckling's about to burst through and be here. I had 32 seconds to write something. What do you want from me? All right, let's move things along. Ooh, maybe that's what you want from me. Your next comic. She's a hairy little toad of a person. She's the Toadly host of Stellar Stand-Up. I feel rude doing this.
That means he respects me.
Oh, fuck, I don't want that. Your next comic's a slut. Put your hands together for Emilie Erbland.
I got him. Man, yo, I got a consumer complaint, okay? I'm a consumer, I consume products, I'm an American, I'll complain about them, all right? The other day I purchased a bag of bird seed. I followed all the instructions on the back of the packaging. It's been 1 full week, I haven't grown a single damn bird. Everyone's talking about eggs tonight. I keep seeing this ad on my Instagram. It says you should become an egg donor. I don't really know what that's about. I ain't raising any hens, and I ain't got no eggs to spare. Yuck. Yuck. I think it's interesting that Instagram knows to serve me ads such that I might choose to donate my eggs, so it knows that I have eggs, and that they're harvestable. But then it must also know that 1/3 of my Google searches result in the term "help is available." My eggs aren't worthy of donation, okay? Goodwill would reject my eggs, okay? I'd like to go back in time. I'm going back in time, everybody, to when music was better. Not that far. Not that far. Just, just back to the era where song lyrics would tell me explicitly how I ought to be dancing to the song. When should I be putting my hands up in the sky? No one tells me anymore. All I'm saying is that Soulja Boy and others used to tell me. Okay? Music used to be so predictable. You used to go to any white person wedding. You got the Cupid Shuffle, you got the electric slide, and just when everyone's about to go home, you got the cha-cha slide. But I don't know, maybe in 2025, maybe in this hyper-political era, the average wedding party can't all agree to slide to the left. Or slide to the right, for that matter. In Richmond, a lot of stand-up comics talk about open relationships, but they use this term that I swear to God only stand-up comics use regularly, polycule. They call people in open relationships, they say they're in a polycule. Only Redditors and Richmond comics use this term. If I was ever in an open relationship, there's only one rule: we're not fucking calling it that. We're not fucking calling it that. A polycule? That sounds like the most mediocre water-type Pokemon ever, okay? That sounds like the Pokemon that you encounter on your way to do something more important. You KO in one hit, you're kind of annoyed that it even approached you in the first place. Okay, I'm kidding. There's 2 rules. If we're making brownies, lasagna, cinnamon rolls, I got dibs on the middle, okay? I don't care about the power structure in the relationship. Dibs. I want to go back in time to when the television was better. Television used to be so damn good. Before Joe Rogan had a podcast, he was convincing the hottest girls you've ever seen to swallow cockroaches and stuff. That's awesome. You guys, when I was a kid, Fear Factor was my favorite television show. When I was a kid, Fear Factor was my favorite television show, and I would train for it, thinking one day Joe Rogan would call me up and he'd ask me to compete, right? Like in between playing mermaid in the pool, I'm pretending that I'm trapped in a cage. And Joe Rogan is timing me. I want to go back in time to when television was better, because television used to be better. There used to be a show called America's Next Top Model. Are you guys familiar with America's Next Top Model? Man, I love that show. I used to fake being sick so I could stay home and watch whole seasons of that show on cable television. On America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks would gather together the most insecure and vulnerable teenage girls in the country, ask them their greatest fears, and then design photo shoots based on their answers, almost exclusively. That show is like if Vogue made a Saw parody, okay? You guys, Tyra Banks is Jigsaw. I want to go back in time, honestly, because Beatles lyrics, they would work on me, all right? I'm not difficult to get along with. If you say to me, I want to hold your hand, okay. You know, if someone were to look at me and say, you've got a ticket to ride, I'd let them Ringo my star, okay? Okay. Everyone, give it up for your host. It's Jacob McFadden. For what it's worth, love toads.
Oh, great.
I have a toad tattoo.
All right, now it's all taken back. She's got a toad tattoo. It's a little weird that she has a tattoo of me, but I'm chill. I think it's cool. I like to be worshipped. Emily mentioned being an. She brought it. And by the way, you should be an egg donor. You should be. I'm being paid. You should be a egg donor. Women, of course, get paid to be egg donors, which sort of defeats the whole purpose of the donation thing. And Emily went to U of R, so she could get the full $5,000. Just for the legacy emissions alone. I used to be a sperm donor, but I did it the right way. I gave it away for free, and that's why I'm not allowed to go to paint and sips anymore. Hey, this is true. You brought up Fear Factor. I never get to bring this up. My old man is a 70-year-old machinist. Believe it or not, he has not always been chill with gays. But I'll tell you what turned him. One time we were sitting in the car, and he's like, hey man, you remember we were watching Fear Factor last night? And that gay guy ate all those pig anuses? They're tough. And I swear to God, ever since then, my old man's been cool with gay people. He's like, they're tough. That's fine by me, they're tough. So if it weren't for people eating pig anuses on television, my father would be a homophobe. This is also true. I once went on they used to do a Fear Factor game show at Universal Studios, and I participated, and I technically got to the final round because I was too young to drive a go-kart, but I ate some live crickets, and then I held on to a thing that electrocuted me the longest. I just want you guys to go back to, I'll tell you the exact date of when this was, September 13th, 2001. The rules were you can electrocute a 12-year-old, but you may not let him drive a go-kart. Our insurance will not cover him driving a go-kart that is stuck on a track. But you can electrocute the shit out of him. Did you see what happened in New York? Things are crazy. All right. Are you guys ready for your next comic? Yeah. Your next comic. Oh, you're not ready? Abedin, you want me to take some more time? Oh, I saw you. No, I saw you shake your head. You're not ready for your next comic. It's not you.
I know. He was asking for me. I said,
oh, no, but he's up soon, AK. Don't worry. And by the way, the AK-68 thing, I don't think is cool. You don't look a day over 52.
I'm less than 47.
You're less than 47? Man, I can't do math. That's why you guys get the H-1B visas, because we can't do math. Come on, that was in the news, and now, when no one did anything, now it's just a racist comment. That's fucked up. And it's racist towards Americans, the last group I would be racist towards. I like them more than every other group. My wife told me to give up on the show and just come home, and I think she was right. Your next comic coming to the stage. He is anti-Israeli. That's the only thing I know about him. He fucking hates Jews, but in the cool, liberal way. Not in the anti-Semitic way. Like, he hates Jews in the way he could go up and give a speech and say, oh my God, rich people are starting to run the country. This is a big problem. But he doesn't go the extra step and say, who are the rich people? It's horseshoe theory, Will. I'm just saying, you and Pat Logan can start hanging out more. Your next comic. Pro-Palestinian. Will Miner.
Something Jewish. Hey, keeping over Jacob McFadden, everybody, come on! He's like if Heat Miser was in the alt-right.
Heat Riser was a big liberal.
Well, yeah, dude, I thought this whole song was just like, he's Mr. Alt-Right, he's no fun, da-da-da-da, he's taking away abortion rights, he'll give your kids a gun. Whatever I touch, I take away LBGT lights. I don't know. I can't think of a rhyme for that one. Hello, America! We're living in Trump's... This is coming to you live! I was in Antifa! Thank you, Jacob. I was in Antifa. I was at the election yesterday, stacking piles of bricks next to windows. I was on the Capitol steps, the sign just like, come on, guys, huh? Huh? You look like just like those Republicans I was trying to get to storm the Capitol. You all are looking at me just like they were.
The election was in November, dummy.
He's Mr. Mean Pants. He hates my jokes. He should go home tonight. He has to masturbate and choke. I don't know. I had to make it all work. I had to make it all come full circle. If you're mean to me, I will sing at you. Ooh. Keep it going for Emilie Erbland, everybody. Keep it going for Emilie Erbland. Their fabulous all-black Canadian tuxedo. My God. Somebody's for the Met Gala in Vancouver. Oh, my goodness. JK, you said you were 47? AK? But that's what Jacob told me. He's racist. He told me to say that to you.
He wrote Harry Potter.
I know, I'm sorry. Was it JK? AK? Oh, I wish I could say JK on that joke. You said you were 47 there, bud? No? Oh, snap.
I'm not into that.
Oh, you're not into me that much? Oh, dear. That's okay. You were going to say you're 47? She's 36. There's match made in heaven. But he's not 47. And his name is not AK. We'll be right back. I don't know if you all can tell from the past, 2 minutes. I'm not a very smart person. I'm not very smart. I'm not a smart person. Clap it up if you're smart. You're a smart person. Yes! Said the person who started comedy at 37. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Please keep coming here. We need people. We're desperate. I'm not a very smart person. Like when I'll give you an example. Like when I was in elementary school, I was that one kid that thought the Underground Railroad was an actual railroad. Wow, it got real quiet. Guys, if you listen, you can hear the railroad. They're still making it. Wow, they still have time. Wow.
It's called a subway, you dummy.
Jacob is me. No, sorry. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm not a very bright guy. Like, I do this thing. I'm very insecure. Like, if I'm talking to people and I don't understand what they're saying to me, I'll try to use big words to sound smart. You know what I mean? I like to use big words so I sound smart. Like, if I was talking to somebody and I wasn't listening when they were looking at me and saying words and they finished talking, I'll just be like, yes. Mesothelioma. I feel like I nailed that too. Just like that situation, I nailed this. It's all burning down. It's the golden era! It's supposed to be my time! Take over the Gulf of Mexico. I'm not a very bright guy. Yeah, not according to Florida. Not a very bright guy, not a very smart guy. I don't know, I was having sex with a gal. Clap it up if you've had sex. Anybody here had sex before? Hell yeah. That guy just shook his head. Oh no. Oh Jesus, you look like my father watching me right now. It's all happening in real time. Dig this, friend. I'm not a very bright guy. I was having sex with a gal. She was like, Will, I want to do doggy style. So I got off the bed. I started eating my own shit because I'm a dog. She started walking me around the house. It was hot. She was like, I want to do missionary position. Well, I want to do missionary. So I started smacking her with the Bible. I'm kidding. I know the last time I told that, I was like, I got hit with the Bible. Let's see if it's funny if I hit her. No. That's not funny, Will. Beat yourself up. She was like, Will, I want you to eat me out. So I ate everything in her fridge and left. Hey, come on, 37 loves it. I'm drowning up here. I'm literally dying. I'm going to die. I'm going to kill myself. That's okay. I'm single. Oh, snap. Anybody else? JL, JR, JM, you single, bud? You also single? JL, what's... Sorry. I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to beat this... Oh, no. I'm not good at being single. I'm really bad. Like, I don't know if you all deal with this too. I can never tell if somebody is hitting on me. I can never fucking tell if somebody's hitting on me. Like, I was doing a show at a bar, and after I got off the show, I was at the bar countertop, and a gal came over to me. She was very drunk, and she said, "You're cute." And I said, "Thank you." And then I turned away from her, and I went back to the bar. I sat there like an idiot, and I just sat there. And as I was sitting there, she started to rub her butt on the lower part of my back just as I was sitting in the stool. And even in that moment, I was just like, God damn. She probably has a rash. Nah, that guy was right. Itch is funnier than rash. I'm gonna leave now. Thank you all for putting up with me. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye.
Will Minor, everybody. You don't have to. No, hey, Will Minor and I are on a show on Saturday. It's Strange Ways. It's a comedy switch 'em ups thing. I'm gonna be Emilie. Emily's gonna be me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, I promoted it, and now Jack Parker can get off my dick. Your next comic was recently engaged, which explains why she's not here tonight. That's a secret. Once you're engaged, they stop coming. And once you're married, they ask you to stop doing it. Your next comic works for the Trump organization. But unfortunately, he signed a contract and is not allowed to quit or they'll put him in the stockades. Everybody put your hands together for First Lieutenant Chris Joyner.
Joke's on them. I have 6 months left. Let's see. No, yeah, I am in the Army. I've been in for 8 years, and when you realize like the culture that you're in with the Army, you can kind of tell when other people are in different branches, like a Marine. You know when someone's a Marine because they'll just come up and tell you, or you just see them walking with their 17-year-old girlfriend. I don't know. I've seen that. I feel like the Navy's just the Uber for Marines. They just kind of take them everywhere. But if you want to join the Navy, you get to travel a lot. I just hope you like water. You're just going to see like 70% of water everywhere. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to try some new stuff. So I saw in the news today that farmers in India, they are dressing up in bear suits to scare away monkeys from destroying their crops. I was trying to think of the joke. So now I just know what type of business I need to get myself into so I can have a bear suit. Monkey business. Thought that was funny in the car ride here. My plug always has an outlet for me, and after about 30 minutes, I'm good to go for another 6 hours. That's a charging joke. Let's see. No, what can we talk about? I wrote some stuff down here, as every comic does. They have this little cool cheat sheet paper. I don't believe you're an AK-47. I think you're more of a Ruger 22. So, you know, yeah. I'm trying to be nice, Sam. Come on. I'm having an off time here. I'm just having a real nice time. I called for the LA fires. I thought I'd, call the police, call the firefighters, but I ended up calling the Foo Fighters instead. They just kept playing My Hero, There Goes My Hero, and I was like, I'm not a hero, I don't have a firefighter suit. Speaking of that though, Dave Grohl, I'm not a big Foo Fighter fan, but I'm sure someone is. on YouTube. He had a child outside of his marriage. Last year came clean about it. I just hope when that kid grows up, he's like, there goes my hero. But there's always a domino effect to when a celebrity gets in trouble. The dominoes start to fall. And then it came out that he was apparently flirting with Kurt Cobain's teenage daughter. I guess Dave Grohl just likes the smell of teen spirit. I'm more of an Old Spice kind of guy. I think the fire's continuously burned because of P. Diddy. I feel like when it hit his house, all that baby oil kind of just kept the fire and the wind was blowing it. Though I can't I can't go to Costco anymore though without being put on a watch list and, buying the same amount of baby oil as I have been. But if you say no Diddy, they kind of just let you go at Costco. We all saw Trump was, he's now the president, officially the president. But everything that kind of led up to him being the president, right? He talked about what he was kind of going to do. He wants to make Mexico or the Gulf of Mexico part of the United States, the 51st state. He wants to make Canada the 52nd state. And I hope he does. I hope that happens. And they change the name of America to Canada United Mexico. And then he comes out, somewhere in the Middle East, we're going to have a war, right? He comes out in that press conference, and he's like, Iran wants to go against cum. They want to fight cum. They'll never hear us coming. Our soldiers are hard. We love our hard soldiers. They're edging. And when I let them go, they're going to bust. They're going to bust everywhere. They're going to leave stains everywhere. They came to me and said, Mr. Trump, do you know what American cum tastes like? I do. I love it. I've had it on my face. I've had our soldiers cum on my face. They busted all over me. Wait till he busts on you. I have the light. It's white just like the cum. No, I do wonder, in Trump's first... They're right. You just pop out of nowhere. Just comes out of nowhere. He's our number one soldier. They're never going to see him coming. Bryan Fountain. What's up? He's going to say what's up and come. No, I just wonder, Space Force was invented under Trump's first administration. I just wonder what Chris Pratt movie that guy was watching to name them Guardians. I'll end it here on these two. Anybody have step-parents here? Ever had step-parents? Of course you have. Yeah. Thank you. It's a challenge to have step-parents because, like me, you either want to fight them or fuck them. They're either beating on your mom or fucking your dad, and you're just like, when is it my turn? And I think I'll just get out of here. On this one. I was really hoping we'd get Hot Tub Time Machine 3, but Matthew Perry died during the filming of that, so... we love cum.
Silver, do me a favor, just delete that. That's by the United Military Code of Justice. That's impersonating a superior officer. I mean, he cannot do that. I mean, legally, he cannot do that joke. That's foolish. I'm going to see you on the next episode of NCIS. The C in that stands for cum, I guess. Your next comic is going to talk way less about cum. You recognize him as the second best friend of AK-47, because of course he and I are the best of friends, and this guy is a poor substitute for me. Your next comic also has a house in North Carolina. That's right, he owns 2 homes. Put your hands together for a man with 2 homes and a hat. It's Abedin Ambakhutwala.
Oh, I'm so happy you introduced me as having 2 homes and not someone liking that Trump is in the office. No.
I need performers. I'm not writing anyone else.
Hey, Bob, so let me tell you life from a brown guy's eyes, right? An immigrant guy. What he feels when Trump comes to the office. All right. So here's the thing. Whenever he comes out and the immigrants get the news that he's going to sign something about immigration, right? All the immigrants here is let the Hunger Games begin. Let the Hunger. That's what they're hearing in their minds. But you know what? I'm fortunate, right? I don't have to struggle with all these immigration issues because I'm a U.S. citizen now. So yeah. And to tell you the truth, that after an immigrant gets the citizenship, right, he feels really safe. Just like how Biden's family was feeling yesterday after he gave them all the pardons. Anyways, all right. I was just look through my list now. No more political jokes.
How about just no more politics?
Huh?
No more politics.
No more politics, yeah. So now, but let's see this. Let's talk about the cold, right? I mean, okay, I like the cold. It's not because of I like the cold. It's because I like cold in comparison to summer, right? Because see, in the cold, I can complain about the cold, but in summer, I cannot complain about the summer. Because people look at me and go, aren't you from a hot country? I said, no. Look, I'm from India, right? That's the Southeast Asia. What you're thinking about is the Middle East. So I'm not from that place. Now, Southeast Asia and Middle East, that's a lot of difference in the temperature. And also, like, we are the people who worship cows. And Middle East is a place where they worship camels. So that's a big difference. Let's see, do you guys use the app Waze? Anybody? Waze for good. It's a nice app. I love it, right? Because the best part of Waze is that you can mark the cops on that, right? It's like finally, that's what I've been looking for. The hunter has become hunted. And look, I've never been in a movie, but it feels like I'm in the movie Smokey and the Bandits. Anybody have kids over here? I don't think so, right? Nobody. Oh, you have kids? All right, good. So I have a daughter. She's in high school. Do you get all these notifications from the high school? Like every time whatever happens in the school? So like for example, my daughter's school closed early the other day, and I got like 15 notifications that the school is closing early. And then I was thinking about my time when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. Like, my parents had no idea if the school closed early. Like, for those 2 hours, my school closed early. Me and my friends were like fugitives. Nobody knew where we could go and rob a bank and nobody would know because we are supposed to be in the school, right? So 2 hours we were like fugitives. What is this that I wrote? Oh, shoot. Okay, like I said, I'm a married man, right? So one thing I've learned in my married life that I will never ask my wife to find something for me. Like, because I will find that stuff everywhere, look for it, but I'll not find it. But then she will go and then it will be right there in the first place that she looks at. So here's the thing, okay? I lost a pair of socks one day, right? So I said no. I mean, I didn't want to ask her. But then I said, okay, I went and asked my wife where it is. So she told me exactly where it is. And I went to that place. She said it's in the drawer, top drawer in the right-hand corner, right? Guess where I was? I was looking at the top drawer in the right-hand corner. I couldn't find the sock. And to add insult to injury, my wife was sitting in the living room. I was in the bedroom. She says, I can see it from here. So I was like, so I couldn't see it, so even I started being sarcastic and I said, it's not here, Einstein. But then she came to the room and without even looking at things, she just removed the socks from the top drawer. And that was like, I felt she was removing the sarcasm from my ass. Thank you very much, guys.
Abedin Ambakhutwala, everybody. Has two houses. Here's what stood out to me. Starts his set by calling himself an immigrant guy. So he can say it, but if I call him an immigrant guy, I'm bad? I'm just saying, we all know where he's from. North Carolina. All right, your next comic. I want you guys to know this, because your next comic is an important guy. He's a special guy. He's the only guy here tonight with corporate sponsorship. Your next comic is the manager at Strange Ways Brewing Company. He is here officially representing Strange Ways Brewing Company. Anything that comes out of his mouth tonight is endorsed. It is exactly the viewpoint and perspective of Strange Ways. The weird monkey thing, and then whatever he says, that's exactly what they believe. So give it up for Mr. Woodbooger himself. It's Danny, everything here is supported by Strange Ways, McCabe.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Silver, did you want to put the logo behind him? That'd be great.
Yeah, no, this is great. I can't wait until the company finds out about this. Nothing bad will come, of course. That's all right. It's not as bad as some of the other things. You know, I'm known for the Strange Ways, but one thing that I have been known for that I kind of want to get ahead and let y'all know that isn't true. I was not the guy who stole Woody in Toy Story. Not me. Not me. Oh man. Yeah. No, I mean, you can see right there, like, you know, it's a little convincing. That's a crazy thing about this hairline is I used to actually work in coastal research. We were measuring how the coastlines would recede. But as a control group, we need a control group, you know, because these coastlines are going fast. We used my hairline. You know what we found out? We found out that by 2030, that coastline is going to go in about 200 yards. And I'm going to need one of those weird newsy caps to wear all the time. I don't know what's more tragic, people. Oh, shit. Is everyone happy to have their water back? You know? Yeah. That water crisis was not fun for me. I was sick during it, and I was trying to find water, and you guys were so proactive, and I had a fever, so I couldn't find any water. But you know what's really funny about all of it? Is no matter where I went, no matter how empty the shelves were, the Dasani was always fully stocked. It's good to know that even when all fresh water runs out, Dasani will still remain with dust on it on the shelves. Oh, shit. You know, it's crazy. It's a big time for politics. We just had an impeachment. We just had a presidential death. Oh, man, I was so sad when I heard that President Carter died. I was like, you know, man, he was so young, and everyone was looking at me funny. And then someone had to clarify that Lil Wayne is actually okay. They were talking about the actual president. Whatever. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You know what's crazy is, you know, everyone keeps talking about the new Gulf of America, you know, that Trump named. I think it's kind of crazy because, you know, what's he going to do when he finds out that we have a state called New Mexico? New America, I guess. Oh, shit. Yeah, but, you know, I've seemed a little too chipper around this inauguration. Everyone gets the wrong idea about me. It's mostly because I suffer from this terrible condition. It's called being visually Republican. And as Strange Ways is sponsoring me right now, as Jacob said, I will say that that issue does come up in my work life quite a lot. Because, you know, people will come in and, you know, want to grab a beer, and they'll see me and they'll, you know, think it's okay to just say some random shit. But I need to find a way to deter that, you know, to maybe, like, not judge off looks. And I figured out a solution. I'm going to start wearing a furry tail. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be big and bushy, and the thing is I'm gonna hide it real well with my pants, so you guys get to decide whether or not it's a clip-on or a stick-in. Yeah. Think twice about saying some weird MAGA dog whistle to me. I'm one of them fuzzies. Yeah. No, it's good, but you know, everyone gets the wrong idea about me. Like, there's always some weird fun facts, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a quarter Lebanese. Yeah, which I think is pretty cool. So if you're ever looking for a name to call me, don't call me a cracker, call me a pita chip. There you go. I appreciate it. It's jokes like that. It's jokes like that that keep me single. You know, it's pretty fun out there. Anyone on those dating apps? Anyone used them? Yeah. We got a couple. I gotta say, dating apps, they're a slippery slope. Kind of reminds me of like fast food, you know, because I kind of treat fast food and dating apps the same way. Because if you're frequenting more than 2 in a week, you have a problem. And the only way to get rid of that problem actually is the same solution. It's go outside and get some exercise. All right, we didn't like that one. I'll leave you on one last one here. No, it's crazy because, after dating, it comes to marriage. You guys ever heard of a stag and drag party? No? Okay, yeah. So stag and drag parties are apparently this whole thing that apparently you go and you give money to the bride and groom to be. Which I was like, okay, cool. And then I then realized after a few weeks after accepting the invitation, I never got an actual invitation to the wedding. I think that's kind of crazy, you know? It's like, you're not cool enough to come to the wedding, but we know you're good for $50. And in a weird way, that's kind of a compliment. Either way, those are just my thoughts for this evening. Let's bring Jacob back up here.
Danny McCabe, everybody. Danny McCabe, bravely admitting he's a quarter lesbian. I myself am personally 100% lesbian, only have sex with women. Just putting that out there. Married though, so sorry other lesbians. Off the market. Danny McCabe. If you like that set, but you just wish it was sweeter, try a Danny McCabe Lucky Charms. You'll love it. Just a little squirt of syrup and the same thing over again. It's $4 more. Your next... I don't know why I feel so mean to you. I did the branding for them. I should be nicer to them.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I should. But I didn't get paid. Your next comic coming to the stage is a very funny woman who is bravely taking off her jacket despite the fact that she has 0% body fat and this room is fucking freezing. So everybody, put your hands together for, I was gonna say the #1 fan of an artist, and then I realized that I might not be right, but I think it's Lana Del, it's Taylor, it's Lana Del Rey, it's Lana, she's the #1 fan of Lana Del Rey. Everybody put your hands together for Grace Moyer!
Woo! I'm so cold. Oh my God, Jacob thinks I have no body fat. That's so nice. What about my ass though? Come on. Jacob keeps talking about how we are in America's golden age, which I think is true because there's just piss all over everything. That's just like how I feel right now, you know, like I didn't even watch the inauguration, okay? This is all personal shit. I've been thinking a lot about that Sean Kingston song where he's like describing all of the places he can take this girl.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, we could go to the tropics, sip pina coladas, or, hear me out, we could go to the slums where the killers get hung. You know, he's like, I know a great tropical island we could go to. Also heard about a great public execution happening later. You could check it out. Whichever's cool for you. I don't know. It's just crazy to list 2 options like that. But also, like, that's how I feel as someone who dates women and men. You know, it's like, I could go to a fancy restaurant with a beautiful model who pays for everything, and wants nothing more than to make me come. Or, hear me out, I could let a man come over at 3 a.m. and make fun of me. And it's like I watch myself as an outsider, and it's just like, why do you keep picking that one? Oh my God. It's awful. I'm kind of like the Elizabeth Warren of lesbians. You know, Danny's not a quarter lesbian, I am, okay? It's like, you know, I tell a lot of gay jokes, but like recently someone called me the F slur, and I was like, whoa, I'm not even allowed to say that one. You know, it's like it's not a full Rachel Dolezal situation, okay? Like, I do have sapphic heritage. But, like, don't ask me about any fractions. Everybody knows about Rachel Dolezal.
You don't know about that?
Yeah, of course.
She's a white hero.
Yeah.
She taught us all you can be whatever you want to be.
Rachel Dolezal walked so Ariana Grande could run. Yeah, but I'm not that bad. I'm like Elizabeth Warren levels, you know, but like for lesbians, I'm fully white. That's fine. One time a lady at the nail salon was like, "What are you mixed with? You're so exotic." I was like, "Me?" Anyways, that's not part of the joke. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Warren. You know, it's like, don't ask me about any fractions because, like, I measure my body count in bisexual dozens. Obviously, 12 men and 1 woman.
2.
Huh? Oh, you're guessing how many bisexual dozens I have?
I'll make it 2.
Yeah. That's accurate.
What a great time for the life.
Oh, cool. Strapajawea. Okay, I had one more thing I wanted to say. So last week I went to a new dentist, and they kept going on about how like wonderful my teeth are and how clean my mouth is and how it's so spectacular. And then they asked if I wanted the fluoride add-on, and I asked how much it was, and they were like, "It's $38. Well, $28 for you." I was like, am I getting special hot girl prices at the dentist right now? I thought only like bartenders and drug dealers and antique store vendors were allowed to do that. And that's all I have tonight. Come see me switch spots with Will Minor on Saturday. Bye, guys.
Yeah, Grace Moyer, everybody. I'm happy that Grace is going to make a love connection, but I do wish that they would stay here for a little bit, just so I have 6 more comics, and that's all I need.
I'm making a love connection?
Is a reference to that lady saying she would add to your female body. Well, not body. I assume they live when you're done with them. Oh, boy. What a weird way to end. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
Hey. Guys, we're getting near the end of the show. Are you guys excited? Yeah. We have some really great comics. By the way, my man. Hold on. What's this guy's name? Do we know him? My man over here. You don't think we know who Rachel Dolezal is? No. Believe me, all white people heard about Rachel Dolezal. They're like, hey, so there's a white lady who's pretending to be black. Okay. And she's the head of the NAACP in her area.
If y'all want to worry about...
How did that work out for her?
Y'all want to worry about white people pretending to be black. Worry about Justin Timberlake. That's what you need.
My wife is also 36, so believe me, I am worried about Justin Timberlake. I am very worried about whatever he's doing because I don't want any more kids. No, he comes out with a new album and we're having another one. It's a certain time and age thing, I guess. Anyway, she's doing porn now. Did you know that?
Your wife?
No.
Oh, Rachel?
Well, no. Actually, she's married. She's not doing porn. She's barely taking her shirt off. Yeah, Rachel Dolezal's doing porn now. It's not quite ebony porn, but it's close. It's very close.
It's a cappuccino porn?
Yeah. It's a very milky coffee porn. Yeah. I'm just saying, if you have a racist dad, you can watch it without being judged. Yeah. All right. Anyways, boy, I hope everyone else knows who Rachel. Sabette, do you know who Rachel Dolezal is?
Yeah.
Who is she?
You literally just explained.
I know, but I was trying to see if you were paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, I was paying attention, like.
But you're not saying who she is, so I don't feel like you were paying
She's a
attention.
white person pretending to be a black person, pretty much.
Pretty much, okay. I did mention the fact that she was the head of the NAACP in her area, which is a big deal for a white person. Yeah. All right. Let's just bring you next comment. My father, by the way, he turned 65, and he told me he was finally old enough to get his NAACP card. So, yeah, it's good for him.
Ooh, my dad, can I say something?
You can say whatever you like.
Okay. Once UVA won that championship, and I turned to my friend who's black, and I said, "We won that NAACP!" I was really drunk and didn't know it was going.
Which championship?
It was the college football one. I mean, basketball.
That matters a lot in the NAACP.
Is it? No, but there's something. The initials are similar. The NCAA.
Yeah. Yeah, you could tell they're different because there's no people in that one. That's an acronym joke. It would work on the New Yorker. All right, let's move along, guys. Your next comic coming to the stage is a very literate person. Your next comic coming to the stage is too tall. Your next comic coming to the stage spends too much money on winter jackets. He looks like shit in the summer. Put your hands together for Sam Nelson.
Oh, so fashionable.
Yeah. I don't even think this one is that good. It kind of makes me look like a cholo. It's all love, though. Well, I just don't think I should be stealing their look. We just went over Rachel Dolezal. I don't know. It's cool that you denied the fluoride at the dentist. That's good. You said yes? What the hell's the point? They can't make you more gay. I guess they can. Like the frogs. Okay. I'm getting foot reduction surgery, so Charlie's dad thinks I have a huge cock. There was a really loud woman downstairs earlier. I don't know if you guys heard her. This is interesting fact, just how diverse the world was. She actually was not a black woman. She was a white woman doing a black accent. Isn't that nice? She was knocking on the bathroom door while I was in the bathroom, and then she was like yelling at me while I was using the bathroom, and then I opened it up, and she said, "Oh, it's you." And I was like, "I'm not the surprise in this situation." What is this? What are you doing? Don't Elon me.
I have a question.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up?
That voice you did, it just sounded like a regular voice. What does a black accent mean?
What does a black accent mean? Well, it's like
White voice doing a black accent. What does that sound? I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's fine. So, like, you were recording during, like, Patrick's set, right? Okay, no, you're good. Like, we have VODs. Yeah. I'm just gonna put this. There's not really even anything. This is. I like no, not me, not at all. I like Patrick. The first thing that he says in any of his sets is he just like tells Silver he's like, you got to cut this one. Record mine twice, okay? They need to see me suffer. I think porn has gotten weird. I'm the only guy who thinks this. I think porn has gotten really weird. I'm not into stuck porn. The porn where the girl gets stuck. Because it's supposed to reflect something like realistic, right? Like you want the premise to at least be believable. And if stuck porn was real, then like, what the fuck is that lady gonna do if her muscular stepson is out of town for the weekend, right? Like, is it just gonna be an epidemic of like busty stepmoms just found dead in the dryer?
They're just like, yeah, we got another one. That's okay. Just get her out before she starts to stink. Yeah, no, I don't like. Thank you. I don't like porn where she gets stuck. I think it's inhumane. I only watch free-range porn. They're in a big open field, and they're in love. So this is, I don't do impressions. This is my impression of a gay guy who's getting into sports betting. And you said that this parlay has 3 legs. Well, what's his name? Okay. I'm done with mental health awareness. No more mental health awareness. I am fully cognizant of what's wrong with you people. I think that we should start doing something to spice it up a little bit. I want to make word searches for schizophrenics. No words, but they'll find them anyway. Thank you. That one would have been great in the New Yorker. I love the show. I love the show Wife Swap. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's where they're like, "Oh, I hate my bitch wife," and then the other guy's like, "I hate my bitch wife," and they're like, "Want to trade?" And then they go, "Yes." And they give you $10,000 each. I learned that. That's the number that they give them. I was supposed to be on that show. What? I know. I was supposed to be on that show, but a tragic accident happened during the taping, actually. So the other husband was actually Indiana Jones, and when we went to swap wives, they didn't weigh exactly the same. So a boulder came down and crushed half of the cast and crew. Awesome. That's really great if you like Indiana Jones. Emilie was... Emilie was talking about how like only people on Reddit who call them polycules. It's like every single poly person is a Redditor, so I don't think we need to worry about it. If I wouldn't be poly, but I want to get involved with the cule. Like I want to become like a general manager for a polycule, like it's Moneyball. Like just start trading around. Like have another like polycule GM on the phone. He's just like, I want Perez, and I'm willing to send over a guy who only has a beard because his facial hair it covers his weak chin, and he's really into beer. He thinks that's a personality trait, and he always reads the rules for board games. In return, I want Perez. And then I'm like, you think you're getting a person of color for that? We know how rare that is in this league. So probably people are usually white. Thanks, everybody. I'm Sam Nelson. Let's get your host, Jacob McFadden, back up here.
Sam Nelson, everybody. Wow. Getting mail delivered by Silver. I've never seen that before. What an honor. Sam Nelson. I love it when a 23-year-old stands up here and tells me porn is getting weird now. As someone who lives on the sanitized internet, now porn is getting weird. Let me tell you a story about when I was 13. My father went to buy weed from a guy named Chuck. And because my father did not want us to watch him buying weed, Chuck said, "You ever seen snake porn?" And brought me into his computer room where he had 3 monitors set up and showed me snake porn. And when you guys imagine snake porn, what do you think? You think a lady putting a snake inside of her, right? Nope, it was a guy eating a snake's pussy. And Sam thinks porn is getting weird now.
I thought that was cool. I want to clarify. It's only weird now.
Wait, how old did you say you were?
I was 13. Oh yeah, by the time I was 15, I ate so many snakes' pussies. I thought that's what you're supposed to do. No one told me. They didn't cover that in Catholic school. I thought you chase them out of Ireland and then you eat their pussies in America. Anyways, your next comic is a big Catholic scholar. Everybody put your hands together for the Pope's right-hand man, Sipple. Everybody put your hands together for Chukknephew.
Shut up! What about the big one? Chuck said he doesn't!
I appreciate that. I see how excited Sebek got for me, you feel me? I appreciate it though. Fellas, you ever shook a man's hand and thought he must be very passionate about his hobbies? Okay. Let's see what else we got tonight. Let me see. I'm trying to work on some new stuff. I gotta stop smoking so much weed. I gotta stop because I hate watching commercials. Y'all ever seen the commercial with the old lady always falling? She be like, "Help me, I'm falling."
Yeah.
I feel so bad for her for a split second. But then when I'm so high, I think too much. I'm like, so why you don't just ask the cameraman to help you? He looking right at you. Why he I think too much, I know. White people, I came to the conclusion that white people and black people are the same. We are, except when we name our pets. You know, white people, they like to name their pets human being names and shit. Like Nicole Jackson III. Like, damn, do that bitch got a social security card too? What the fuck? See, black people, we name our pets after shit we seen it doing before. You feel me? We might call our dog like Dash or something. You feel me? White people, why we call our dog Dash? Because every time we open up the door, that bitch just take off running like, "Come here, Dash, come here." We might name it like Puffy or something, or if you anything like me, get him. You feel me? Because anybody that come over my house I don't like, I'll be like, get him. She get me right here. She understand me. I had to stop taking edibles. Anybody take edibles? I had to stop that shit, man. You ever been so high you went outside to cut your grass but it was snowing? I had to stop, man. I'm telling you. This shit get real over here. What else we got? Fellas, you ever seen an ass so fat you met a friend? Like you just see a girl walking down the street, fat ass, like. Then you look across the street and you see a nigga looking right at you like, you seen that? That shit was fat, right? Looked like she had 2 midgets behind there, right? Hey, what's your name? I'm Chuck. What's your name? You meet a whole friend out there, big old ass, I'm telling you. I wish it was a thick girl in here tonight. She might would have caught that joke, okay. Next, let's see what we got. Trying to work on some new shit, man, I like my ladies mature. I like mature ladies, you feel what I'm saying? I love them very mature, like, because mature ladies, they love the simple things. Just like a man, we love simple things. I bought me a juicer. Anybody be juicing? Y'all be juicing? I bought me a juicer, man. And I understood that my wife should get turned on by me juicing. I be putting the fruits and vegetables in the chute. I just be looking at her like, and I be seeing her on the side biting her lip like, ah! I'm like, oh yeah, she turned on from that. She turned on from it. I love it, man. I love mature ladies, man. I love older ladies. You feel me? I will fuck an older lady, man. You know, I will fuck a lady. I will fuck an older lady that got something like this around her nose, like. That's real shit, man. I love them, man. I ain't lying to you. What else we got? Fellas, you ever took a piss and you farted at the same time? Blake feel me. And then later you feel something wet going down your leg. Yeah, that shit just happened to me, so it's time for me to get out of here. I'll let y'all. I'm Chukknephew.
Chukknephew, everybody. Give it up for Chukknephew. Or don't, just because the man has shit running down his leg doesn't mean you can't get up for him. Your next comic coming to the stage has been away for a long time, has just moved back here from Tennessee. We used to be in an improv troupe with a guy whose name cannot be mentioned anymore. Legally, there's a settlement about it. Although I believe he still plays Benjamin Franklin down at the John Locke Church. Everybody put your hands together for the Tennessee Mistress, Kim Durfee!
Hi. Thank you all so much for sticking around. I'm in a much better mood than the first time. I'm shaking the rust off. It feels good. I feel better again. So it has been a hot minute since I have performed stand-up. I was just at Emilie's, and that's the first time I've performed stand-up in 3 years. Yes. The past 3 years have been really horrible for me. First, I found out I had cancer. I'm in remission. I'm doing good. Then my mother got cancer, and she died. And then right before I moved back here, I had to put my 13-year-old dog down. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win a CMA this year. I'm working my way towards writing a country hit song. Definitely, for sure. Having cancer is weird. Anyone else here had cancer? Yeah? Isn't it weird? People kind of treat you like Cancer Barbie. Like that becomes the only thing about you that anybody can talk about. And what's really frustrating about it too is you hear a lot of the same stuff. Everyone just repeats the same thing. It starts to sound very trite and very rehearsed. People will say things to you like, "You're so strong. You're a soldier. You're a trooper. You're a fighter." I'm like, it's not entirely accurate. Soldiers enlist. This is more a Scarlett O'Hara on a buggy runaway situation, and I'm told I do a pretty accurate Scarlett. You feel something like, I say. Somebody needs, see how accurate it is? Sounds just like the movie. Someone needs to stop this here buggy because this crinoline is not gonna get out of the way. Somebody save me. Somebody, I say. Really accurate, right? So yeah, it was really difficult, but I am in remission now, and I think the most difficult thing about the cancer treatment that I had was the doctors were super uncomfortable with having to tell me that I can no longer have children. They didn't want to tell me. They were like, "Look, this is really tough, but your treatment is going to render you incapable of having kids." And is it weird to say to your doctor? I mean, some things come with perks, right? That's weird, yeah. Honest, I don't like kids. I don't like children. I've never wanted them, never thought they were interesting. I don't like anything to do with children either, to be honest. So don't invite me to your christening. Don't invite me to your gender reveal. The only thing I ever want to do with kids anymore, I will drive you to your abortion. I'll make it a special event too. I will fill the car with balloons, streamers, we'll listen to your favorite music. Dare I say I will be the life of that party. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's been a tough couple of years. I no longer have either of my parents. A decade ago, my father had a heart attack, and now my mother is gone too. So that's every authority figure in my life that helped me make good decisions. Guys. I'm just saying, nobody's keeping an eye on me anymore. Oh, man. Let's see. I do have a couple of one-liner jokes that I wrote a few days ago, and I've decided I'm going to torture you guys with them. Yes. So, what do you call a three-way relationship between the Pink Ranger, the Red Ranger, and the Green Ranger? That's called a polymorph. Right? You get it. What do you call birds that stick together? Velcro. What do you call birds in the distance? Blurties. I'm sorry, am I the only one who just fucking loves dad jokes? Like, am I the only one who lives for that shit? That must be. Oh, man. So, I actually did watch the inauguration. I just didn't want to bring it up. And you know what? I am really glad that, that gal wore that little super, like, sexy top. I saw exactly what you were talking about. And the reason I'm glad she did it is because at one point the camera actually zoomed in and caught Zuckerberg looking at her boobs. Woo! Guys, he's human. Yeah. We finally have proof! He's human! How amazing is that? Oh man, I forgot to bring in my notebook. So yeah, like I said, Mom's dead. Anybody else here ever think that your family is like taking bets on who's gonna commit suicide? The only reason I ask is because after my mom passed, nobody called my sister. Every one of my aunts and uncles called me. And I was like, are they in the house over there just like, you think Kim's gonna like, ooh, go check on her. But I did. I moved back here and I am so much happier for it, and I am in remission and things are going so much better than they were. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening. Let's bring Jacob back up here.
Kim Durfee, everybody. Now, in fairness, that does not prove Mark Zuckerberg's human. He might have just been doing one of those CAPTCHA tests where he had to identify what is not curvaceous mountains. It's a callback to earlier inauguration jokes. I also had cancer and was doing, I think we knew each other when I was doing jokes about having cancer. Although your experience was different, no one told me I was so strong and so brave. Everyone just came and was like, how's that working out for you? That sucks. You gonna be all right? Okay. You're buying this round, right? Put it on your credit card. What's the matter to you? All right. That's the sad reality of being a man with cancer. All right. By the way, give it up for Kim Durfee. So glad to see Kim Durfee back. So glad to see Kim Durfee up here dressed as April O'Neil with a bad chemo wig. I can't make fun of someone with cancer. It's April O'Neil with a bad chemo wig. It's not my fault the New York City subways are full of asbestos. Okay, how about this? Here's my alternate joke. It's Kim Durfee is up here wearing Joseph's amazing cardboard cutout coat. All right, well, Sabette just proving my fact that she's a virgin. Well, obviously went to church camp as a kid and had to watch Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I was in the show. Oh, grovel, bend down, spitball. That's the song? Yeah. Joseph? Yeah. You're saying grovel, grovel, not go bend down, spitball. Worship. That's what you do to Joseph.
That's true. All right. We're going to keep this thing moving. We're down to our final two comics of the evening. Your next comic texted me and he said, hey, I don't close the restaurant until midnight. Can I go up last? And I said, sure. And then I had to text him like, there's no way we're making it till midnight. And he said, don't worry. We're closing the restaurant early. And somehow he did not figure out that meant it would be a bad night to come out and do a show. Anyways, here to delight, here to thrill, here to entertain. It's the infamous Bryan Fountain.
I'm sorry I stole your bold font bit, you hack bitch.
Crazy election, huh? Don't worry, this isn't going political at all. I promise. I'm upset at the fact that we're blaming my ivory queens for electing Trump, you know? You know, they say white women voted Trump into office. Hey, come on. we need white ladies. I think we could save humanity with white women. I said it. Now, a tortoise can live up to 150 years. There are reports of tortoises living up to 250 years. Here's where we need white women. They're fucking the dogs. They're fucking the cats. Cats have 9 lives, so maybe we can fuck the cats and have cat people. Humanity can have 9 lives. But what I really want is white women to fuck the tortoise. Literally, it's the stupidest fucking thing. every human can live 100 years. Social Security at 90. I think it's a good idea.
He fought for the policy implications of your stupid idea. How will Social Security hold up?
You watch a tortoise. It fucks slow. You know, no damage there. Ask Stormy Daniels. But the white women are fucking the dogs and the horses, and it's very stupid. My point being, we need white women to save humanity by giving birth to infant mutant ninja turtles, and we'll be fine. Some of the smartest guys get born that way. Donatello. He says to me one day, Leonardo has a sword, I want to go non-lethal with my weapon. I said, use a stick. He's a very smart turtle. He took my idea and he ran with it. A very smart thing to do. That's why for Secretary of Pizza, I'm hiring none other than April O'Neil. What a great white woman. She fucks the turtles.
You got buy-in, buddy.
That was it. No, I'm not done. Don't clap. Lady.
Lady.
You know what?
You better start fucking turtles if you want to listen to you.
I had a racist moment in a lift. My driver was Middle Eastern. All right. Cool. But as soon as I got in the car, the clock on his car said 9/11. I started tripping, look at my phone. It's 9:50. So I'm thinking, okay, hold on. Maybe like he's just behind. Maybe he's doing like a color people time thing. But I get scared because I'm thinking he's saying, you know what time it is, motherfucker. I did a Karen. I did a Karen in the back seat. Started screaming, slow down! Hit the brakes! And that's the story. I know I was being racist. And I hope he didn't have the camera in his car, or else I'll be on one of these Karen videos. Yeah. That's been my time. I'm Bryan Fountain. Thank you very much.
He wrote it all down. That was all red. Ooh. Bryan Fountain, goddammit. Give it up for Bryan Fountain. He knows the white women are fucking the turtles. That's what's up. Alright. Fuck me, we are down to our final comic of the evening. Everybody, yeah, why not? Just, what are you looking for? You never went in the bathroom. Why would you think you left something in the bathroom? It doesn't make sense. Hell yeah, dude. This is true. My wife found like a compilation, like a bunch of videos of me making fun of Bryan at Basic City, and she's like, "You're too mean to that man. You need to be nicer to Bryan." And it got in my head. And you know what? I'm back off it. Bryan, I'm showing up everywhere you are with Nerf guns. Where do you work?
Importante.
It is importante that I find out. Your next comic, your final comic evening, everybody. Wow, what a night we've had. Give it up for yourselves. I know you guys are only here because you're relying on Emilie for a ride and you were up late in the list. But I appreciate you being here anyways. Anyways, put your hands together for the Eagle of Comedy. Alaria, everybody.
I'm just glad I had something.
Thanks for sticking around. I promise to make you regret it. I haven't had cancer. And I don't particularly want cancer, but there's one cancer that would work well for me, because if I could get testicular cancer, getting the Orky would be a lot easier. I feel like, I wouldn't have to fight so hard for it. So on Friday, I did some acid. Dare I say, too much acid. And I kind of saw my own death about a dozen times, which sounds intense because it was intense, but I'm kind of into that shit. If you know me at all, you know I've got a bit of the death lust. Some people call it suicidal ideation, and I don't think that's right. I know it feels like distinction without difference, but I want to die, I don't want to kill myself. I think I'm great. I think I'm amazing. I deserve a better reality. And so the other direction, I'm kind of confused about how people don't get that. It's my question for you is, do they have the fucking news where you're from? Do you not have a little bit of disdain about being here? Shit is fucked up. I think I know where the rest of this bit is going. Oh, yeah. So I feel like if you're that kind of person that's just all you can really do is focus on your own happiness. Just try to do what you can for your own life. Are you just trying to fucking live, laugh, love down the beach of Normandy on D-Day? Just fucking artillery's going off, bullets whizzing past your head, you're just skipping down the beach? Fucking, I don't know. Maybe when you say shit oh, all these problems, they're so big, what can any one person do? Counter argument, there is the Second Amendment. There's a lot you could do. So, speaking of Luigi, people can make a difference. I feel like going through, living through most of the War on Terror, I feel like I've been told you can justify an incredible amount of violence as long as you say you're going after the bad guys, right? There's places in Pakistan where entire towns have PTSD. Journalists interviewing kids that are saying they love cloudy days because the drones don't fly. And I just kind of feel like if we can make kids scared of the sky, billionaires should be scared to walk down the street. I'm fine with that. I am okay with that. And that's all I had for tonight, so thank y'all so much.
Yeah, for Larion, everybody! I'm gonna tell you, suicidal ideations but not wanting to kill yourself is the definition of being a 13-year-old boy with low self-esteem. It's like, it would be great if I could die in war. But like winning the war, who do I think I am?
That's why I'm stuck as a 13-year-old boy. I haven't grown up to be a woman yet.
Neither have I, sister, neither have I. All right, what a night it's been. We've been away for a month and we came back to this. But we'll be here again, and I did the whole schedule last night, and guess what I found out? What? I gotta do this fucking thing on my birthday, so, we'll be taking this thing, I'll figure out who the guest host is gonna be, and then I'm just gonna use my free tab downstairs and drink a bunch and heckle. That's what I think I'm gonna do this year. I'm just gonna get drunk as shit and heckle, and then make my wife pick me up with the children. Aside from that, thank you very much for coming out. It is a lot of ice and snow out there. Good night, goodbye. If you are a comic and you biked here, walked here, whatever, if you need a ride, please let me know and I will give you a ride because it really sucks out there tonight. Thank you very much. Good night, goodbye.
Thank you, Daddy.